This is my cultural backpack too. In the second rendition of my cultural backpack, I decided to make some major changes. The first was a long, somewhat disjointed ramble about my life and the influences in it that made me the person that I am today. These influences were important, especially that of my mother, but they are not really my culture. This is my biggest influence, my library. I do a lot of reading. All of these books are my friends. I have all of these books plus several more boxes in the basement and some others that I need to move here. My culture is the culture of ideas, the culture of the mind. My library is kind of like my mind, full of books and in complete disarray. These books are, a lot of books here I'm going to incorporate. It's my summer job. Well, here we are back. Like other white students in class, I struggle to identify what my culture really is. It is easier for immigrants and the children of immigrants who still embrace the culture that they brought with them. It is an essential part of who they are. Unfortunately, these cultural differences are often used by the ruling white majority to separate them from white society, both economically and socially. Sometimes it is a religion that creates the culture of a family or individual, as it does with the Amish, Jewish, Muslims, and Old Believer Russians. For many white citizens, ethnic ties are crisscrossed and spread over many generations into the past, so far back that they are not remembered and have no cultural significance today. I have English, Irish, Scotch, Dutch, and Native American blood in my veins. Most other white Americans have similar long lists of ancestry. As a member of this group of white Americans, the only culture that we can embrace is national pride, yet even this is problematic. Our past is checkered with episodes of injustice and even atrocities. For about half of our history, slavery was condoned and even practiced by our founding fathers. At times in our past, we were imperialists, snatching up different parts of the world as it pleased us, like the Philippines, Guam, Samoa, Virgin Islands, Hawaiian Islands, Puerto Rico, and a third of Mexico, which we now call New Mexico, Oklahoma, Arizona, Texas, and California. We wiped out vast herds of buffalo to take away the way of life of indigenous people, driving them to accept reservations or death. We gave our solemn promises to them in the form of treaties and immediately broke them to feed our rapacious greed for their lands. We dropped bombs on non-combatants, killing hundreds of thousands of men, women, and children in Japan. We did not allow women the right to vote in the United States until 1920, and blacks until 100 years after they had been freed. There is much that shames and embarrasses us about wrapping the flag around us and saying that this is our culture. But we can point to some of the good things that we have as Americans, like the greatest amount of freedom compared to any other country in the world. Women have prevailed through the equal rights movement and now enjoy more equality and freedom than any other women on earth. It is still possible for people of any class to achieve financial success and the American dream. Although a tremendous struggle for some, it is still attainable. Do we have racism in the U.S.? Yes. Are there still injustices that happen to minorities in the U.S.? Yes. Are there still hungry and homeless people in every city of our land? Yes. Are there the sick who go untreated and mentally ill people who roam the streets because they have nowhere else to go? Yes. Yes to all of these and more. Would I live anywhere else on earth? No. With 330 million people, nothing is easy. But we move forward. But to move forward, we must focus on the future, not the past. One group of people can and do make many changes for the better. They are the teachers. They teach our hope for the future, for a brighter future. This is my culture, the culture I choose to be a member of. The culture of American citizens of all colors and ethnicities that stand together to teach children to find ways to heal the wounds of the past and to help make our nation a model of justice that we always hoped that it could be someday. Thank you. Thank you for this class. Bye.